Richmond's #1 choice for news at 11. This is NBC 12 News.
Virginia's highly contested U.S. Senate race is still too close to call at this hour. Hello and welcome to this special edition of 12 News at 11. I'm Gene Cox.
And I'm Sabrina Squire. The numbers are still coming in for one of the most contentious and talked about races in the country.
For Virginia Senate candidates, months of campaigning comes down to this. Let's take a look at the numbers as we have them right now, and they're changing. All right, we have about 9,000 votes separate the two out of over 2 million cast.
And we know more than 95% of the precincts have reported at this point.
Most of them have. There are a couple of precincts, one I think or two in Northern Virginia and one in Hampton Roads somewhere. Yes, so they could swing the balance, but Allen has been ahead most of the night.
In a major fight for many, many months. They have spent millions of dollars. They have brought in some big names. They have had 4 debates. They have covered the state, and it is still so very close.
And it's still not decided. We have team coverage of the Senate race tonight. Ashley Wharton joins us live at Jim Webb's headquarters in Tyson's Quarter in Northern Virginia, and Rob Richardson at the Richmond Marriott with Senator George Allen supporters. And that's where we begin tonight with Rob.
Sabrina, good evening. This was a slow to start Allen victory party, but what was questionable optimism has turned into excitement and momentum for Allen's supporters. This growing crowd didn't start growing until well after 8 p.m. Early exit polling was not favorable to Allen, but the tide may have turned, and every new vote count recently is showing Allen in the lead. This race, Allen's supporters say, was expected to be tight, but not this close. And the senator gets some of the blame for missteps. Virginia's lieutenant governor talks about some of the other reasons this race is close.
Nationally, this is a midterm election and a president's second term in office. Historically, the party in power loses seats. Obviously, there's some mixed emotion across the country regarding the war and the popularity of the war.
And again, this crowd has come alive over the last 2 hours. Republicans hoping it will be a victory party tonight. It's becoming increasingly clear it could be a long night. That's the story here. I'm Rob Richardson. Back to you.
Thank you, Rob. And Ashley Wharton is with the Webb campaign tonight. She joins us now live from Tyson's Corner.
That's right, Gene. I think it's safe to say the Allen camp probably never expected this race to end this close. Webb supporters here, though, are holding firm. Although the numbers are still neck and neck, they remain optimistic their candidate will pull out a win this election night. The bottom line is this race, though, obviously still way too close to call. But folks here say that's okay. They're not going to back down, even if it means staying here all night. Talking to these Webb supporters, you hear the same issues again and again. They support his position on the war in Iraq. They say it's time Virginians elect a senator who will stand up to the president, and they respect the former Naval Secretary's real-world military and life experience.
I think he's the real deal. I mean, he's lived life. He hasn't been sheltered. He's experienced things. He's been in the military. He's been in the government. He knows what he's doing. He's quiet. He's humble. He's confident, and I have a lot of faith in him.
We need serious people in the Senate. These are serious times. It's not just us against the Soviet Union anymore. There are 12 things going on around this world at any one point in time. And we need the kind of brains that Jim Webb has to help us sort those kinds of issues out.
One thing we haven't seen yet tonight, those now infamous combat boots that Mr. Webb wore throughout this campaign. He has yet to publicly address the crowd, but again, you can bet this group is going to wait just as long as it takes to see him do that and make what they hope will be a victory speech tonight. So a very exciting race to be covering, Gene and Sabrina, but obviously nowhere near over. Back to you.
We'll be checking back. Ashley Wharton, thank you. The electorate was energized on this decision day. A tight race for Senate. 3 constitutional amendments and more than a dozen local races brought voters out in unusually high numbers today. Despite the rain, people were lined up waiting for the polls to open. Election officials are estimating 65% of registered voters cast ballots in today's election. That's double the midterm turnout in 2002. One of the most hotly contested items on the ballot was the marriage amendment, which defines marriage as a union between one man and one woman. That measure would add that language to the state's constitution. Gene Lepley joins us now with those results.
Sabrina, the marriage amendment, question 1 on the ballot, has passed. Let's take a look at the vote totals. It was a comfortable victory for the marriage amendment, 58% to 42%. So Virginians say, yes, we would like to put in the Constitution that a union, a marriage, is that between one man and one woman, and there'll be no chance for the legislature or other localities to try to give that an end run now that it's in the Constitution. What impact will this have when it is added? Well, it will have on same-sex couples an impact that is really more symbolic than practical. There are already state and federal statutes that already address what's in the amendment. Now, what it may do here is spur some same-sex couples to spell out in specific legal terms the extent of their relationship, according to Hank Chambers, professor of law at the University of Richmond.
Their rights are somewhat tenuous, and as a consequence it may encourage them to go get the kinds of contracts, advanced medical directives, things along those lines that will allow them not to have a relationship or status that approximates marriage, but one that simply allows for certain rights to be exercised by their life partners.
And what about the language in the amendment? Is it too uncertain? Will it cause confusion? Well, Chambers doesn't believe that's going to occur, especially in how contracts are drawn up between two people who aren't married, as opponents had predicted. He says that language is fairly straightforward. He also says any legal challenge, perhaps a constitutional challenge to this amendment, would be very hard-pressed to succeed. This is Gene Lepley, NBC 12 News.
Well, every election has some surprises. There was a surprise outcome in one local Richmond race tonight. Let's take a look at the numbers in the 8th District. Early returns show former City Councilwoman Reva Trammell with the lead over incumbent Jackie Jackson.
Yeah, Gene, Jackie Jackson called and left a message congratulating Reva Trammell just in the last hour. Reva Trammell will return to Richmond City Council, and there's a new face in the 1st District. Bruce Tyler will replace Manoli Lupasi, who vacated that 1st District seat. Bruce Tyler was surrounded by his supporters as he took the lead in the 5-way race for Richmond's 1st District City Council seat.
Voters have been very strong on our behalf, and I'm very appreciative of that. Our message of lower taxes, less crime in the city, and better schools has gotten to the constituents of the 1st District, and for that I'm very thankful.
On the other side of town, it was a mellow mood for the Jackie Jackson camp, but the incumbent 8th District Councilwoman stepped down graciously.
I thank them for their support, thank them for allowing me to serve them for the past, the past 4 years on City Council, 2 years on school board. And I think just for me, it's just what they call in a hallway. God has closed one door and I'm just waiting for him to open the next.
It was her challenger, Reva Trammell, who reclaimed the seat, and her fans made it clear they were here to celebrate.
I feel wonderful, and I thank God, and I thank my supporters, the voters, and everybody that believed in me. And this is about the people, not about me.
And there is one other hot race tonight. That is in the 9th District, where Doug Connor has a slight lead over Eugene Mason. Live in South Richmond, Ray Dowdani, NBC 12.
Thanks, Ray. Chesterfield's Board of Supervisors has a new member tonight. Kurt Autry joins us with the results of that race.
Yes, it does, Sabrina. After a close race, Midlothian voters will have a political newcomer representing them on Chesterfield's Board of Supervisors. Republican Don Souter won the supervisor seat, vacated by Ed Barber by about 1,500 votes. He received 53% of the vote, according to Chesterfield's registrar's office. Souter's Democratic challenger Daniel Gecker received 47% of the vote. Souter is a pharmaceutical consultant who has lived in Midlothian for the past 9 years now. He's a Virginia Tech graduate who's originally from Franklin County.
Have you ever been in any kind of elected office before?
No, the last time I was elected student body president of my high school many, many years ago. And I've been out of politics since then.
Souter says that he's looking forward to encouraging more business growth to help balance out the largely residential tax base. Souter will fill the seat left vacant by former Supervisor Ed Barber. You'll remember Barber stepped down after being convicted of child sex abuse back in June. I'm Kurt Autry, NBC 12.
Kurt, thanks. Jim Webb has taken the stage to address his supporters.
Let's go live now to Tyson's Corner and join him in progress.
When we look at where the votes are that have yet to be counted, it looks very, very good for our side. the kind of spirit that's kept me going every day for the past 9 months, putting 3 years of work into 9 months. And you know something? Woo! It's going to take a while to count all the rest of these votes. They're in places such as the 11th district, the absentee ballots, where we've got a high percentage already. Some point very soon, I think we're going to be on top. And I want
Okay, you heard what candidate Webb had to say. He made reference to where some of the numbers that haven't been counted are coming from, and they are in areas that would favor him. Here are the latest numbers we have, and there's still a 12,000 vote difference there. So those numbers that he's referring to haven't come in yet.
It's not over, and Webb was not making a concession speech.
That was not a concession speech by any stretch of the imagination. He is actually saying, I think I'm going to win this thing. Well, we'll know perhaps tomorrow. Well, who knows? Well, the control of Congress hangs in the balance tonight. Tara Morgan has our continuing coverage of the big national races.
Well, Democrats have already scored key Senate victories tonight in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New Jersey. If this keeps up, big changes could be on the horizon for folks on Capitol Hill.
At a rally in Washington, D.C., Democratic congressional leaders thanked voters for turning out in droves.
Democrats support change. Democrats propose a new direction for all Americans.
As voters cast ballots across the country, the top issues on their minds: the Iraq War, corruption on the home front, as well as gay marriage and the economy.
I'm kind of in a throw the bums out mode, so I voted straight Democratic ticket for the first time in my life.
President Bush is awaiting election returns at the White House. His mood was said to be optimistic, but this midterm election could define the final 2 years of his presidency. All 435 House seats were on the ballot, along with 33 of the Senate's 100 seats. Democrats need 15 House seats and 6 in the Senate to regain control on Capitol Hill. In New Jersey, one of the key battleground states, a Democratic senator won this election. Hillary Clinton reclaimed her Senate seat in New York. With the night still young, Republicans remain hopeful for an upset, though, while Democrats anticipate change.
Well, I voted for change, except for me.
The last time Democrats had control of Congress was back in 1994. Right now, Republicans have either won or are leading in 160 House races. Democrats have either won or lead in 173 races. In the Senate, Republicans have won 5 seats and lead in 3 more races. Democrats have won 16 seats. If this keeps up, Republicans will retain control of both houses. Tara Morgan, NBC 12.
Tara, thank you. Many of you called 12 tonight saying there were problems at the polls. We checked into those complaints and talked with the officials in charge. Sean Lewis picks up our team coverage.
Well, Sabrina, we're monitoring many of the questions viewers called about tonight. It included an issue with ballot machines in Midlothian.
At Robius Elementary,
Thank you.
the ballots were fine by late Tuesday.
I wanted to make sure that my vote counted.
But Frank Darpley says it wasn't when he voted here at 10 a.m.
I saw that the ballot box display said ballot jam.
He was concerned when that ballot was put into a holding box until the machine was fixed.
I said, well, I'm concerned, the counter didn't change, and I was concerned that my vote be counted.
Turns out it was.
We're here to count ballots. That's what we're going to do.
Chesterfield's registrar says a handful of machines did stick, but were fixed.
They can malfunction. That's just the nature of the beast.
He says the ballots held were counted when the polls closed. The ringing in Richmond's registrar's office in part came down to addresses.
A lot of voters got changed, over 3,000 in the city.
Some of them actually had to fill out this form in order to vote. Turns out their addresses were changed automatically when they moved within the city. Federal law says voter addresses have to match the ones on file with the post office.
I'm always uncomfortable in making any change to our voter registration database without knowing that the voter, in fact, has told me that that change should be made.
But among the scattered problems in the metro,
I voted.
we found 5-year-old Whit Martin. His dad brought him here to show him just how to vote without issues.
What do you think? Do you understand how important it is to vote now?
Yes.
Yeah. That's good.
That is good. There were other concerns tonight, including door hangers put on Northside Richmond and Maymont homes, directing voters to go to other polling places. Those are still being investigated. If you do have concerns where you voted, you can contact the State Board of Elections at this toll-free number. It is 800-552-9745. I'm Sean Lewis, NBC 12.
We're also tracking results from all of the local elections. If you're looking for the results of a specific race, you can find the numbers on our website, NBC12.com. We'll be scrolling those numbers across the bottom of your screen for the entire newscast.
A crime alert tonight in the Tri-Cities. Colonial Heights police are looking for the man who held up the Hilton Garden Inn over the weekend. A surveillance camera inside the hotel captured this picture of the suspect. The man has a tattoo on the right side of his neck that looks like a barbed wire design. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Solvers at 748-0660. In Henrico, police want to know who's breaking into cars parked at Dory Park. Several parents have fallen victim while attending their children's soccer practice. Whoever's behind it is taking checks from the middle of their victims' checkbooks so that it takes them longer to realize they're missing. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers 780-1000.
Sheriff's deputies in Hanover County are investigating whether alcohol and speed were factors in a deadly crash early this morning. Investigators say a Jeep ran off the road and flipped over in the 4200 block of Peppertown Road. 21-year-old Joel Ortega from Mechanicsville was thrown from the Jeep and killed. The driver and another passenger complained of minor injuries. We're learning more tonight about the victim of yesterday's deadly house fire in Richmond. Sky 12 flew over the scene as firefighters worked to put out the flames at this home on Cliff Drive. Family members tell us the man who lost his life in the fire was 78-year-old Wilbur Fleming. His 5 sons and daughter say the whole neighborhood knew him and turned to him for help with projects around their houses. Taryn Baskerville moved to her grandfather's house a year ago after her grandmother died.
Came here to kind of be a little bit supportive to him, and he more so took care of me, you know, provided for me to make sure I was okay. So that's just, like I said, the kind of person that he is.
Investigators have not decided what started the fire.
The sole survivor of a crash that killed 4 Boy Scouts and their troop leader should be released from the hospital on Thursday. State police are hoping the 12-year-old can help them piece together what caused the accident. He and his troop were inside an SUV that went off the road and hit a tree in Southampton County on Sunday. 3 scouts and their troop leader, all from Franklin, were killed. Funerals for the 3 scouts are scheduled for tomorrow and Thursday.
Tomorrow's forecast tonight. This is NBC 12 First Warning Weather.
Temperatures have actually gone up a little bit since earlier this evening. Now upper 50s through much of the region. 60 now up at Highland Springs at Highland Springs High School. 57 at Cold Harbor Elementary up in Mechanicsville. The rest of the metro area, again, upper 50s. The trend is up because the winds have shifted a little bit from the southeast. Rain totals so far vary pretty widely. Up at Essex Intermediate at Tappahannock, about a 1/4 inch. Closer to a 3/4 of an inch at King William High School. Beaver Dam Elementary, Western Hanover, 1/2 inch. Here at the station, we've now gone over an inch of rain with some heavy downpours in the past hour or so. Let's check out that Doppler radar. And there's the sweep of the moisture coming in from the south, as expected, producing quite a bit of rainfall in a period of just a few hours this evening. The movement to the north, though, we're going to catch a little bit of this drier air coming in from the south over the next few hours, but there's still more moisture that's going to wrap in overnight tonight in terms of keeping the rain chances going. The broader perspective on our regional satellite and radar picture, again, a large sweep of moisture from the south. There's actually an area of low pressure out here in central Tennessee, and that's the system that's going to cross into Tidewater area of Virginia very early tomorrow morning, and that's why I think all of this moisture that's kind of broken in 2 parts here will combine, and that's what's going to keep the rain going. We may get a little break briefly, but then it's going to pick up again later on tonight. Wee hours of the morning, your hour-by-hour forecast. Rain likely, darker shades here indicating heavier rain showers. This would be around sunrise. Northern Neck, Eastern Shore, these areas, Middle Peninsula, the brunt of the heavier rain falling there at that hour, but we'll still have light rain going around in the Richmond area. And then through mid-morning, just the lingering light rain starts to make a move away from us, continues off to the east, but during the afternoon, most of that moisture moves to the north as the storm treks up north of us. But clearing is going to be hard to find tomorrow because there's still going to be a lot of residual moisture around. Forecast tonight, rain with steady or rising temperatures, actually upper 50s now, should go into the lower 60s early tomorrow morning. Probably wake-up time, you'll be looking at temperatures around 60, 8 in the morning at 62, and through the midday hours, mid-60s, upper 60s later in the afternoon, but lots of cloudiness staying with us through most of the day tomorrow. But then we'll see a lot more of the sunshine Thursday. 72, if not a bit warmer than that Thursday. Friday at 70 degrees with lots of sunshine. The weekend, another front coming in from the west will bring a shower chance Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. Still warm ahead of it. Turning a little cooler behind it Sunday. Much cooler weather returning, but not until the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame of next week. So some rain tonight, early tomorrow, should clear out of here, but the clouds linger a good part of tomorrow. Gene Sabrina.
All right, thanks so much, Jim.
Stay with us. Sports is next.
She bought her dream home.
This was the house for me.
But it turned into a nightmare.
3 murders had occurred there.
The dark secrets she wasn't told and how to keep it from happening to you. Murder Homes, an NBC 12 investigation, Wednesday new at 11.
Since 1914, Richmonders have relied on N. Chasen & Son for excellence in painting and wall covering, and now carpentry. Brighten your home for the holidays with a call to N. Chasen & Son. Chasen's trained craftsmen will make one room or your entire house look like new. So call N. Chasen & Son today and make your home more beautiful for the holidays. And if you schedule interior work now for January through March, you'll receive a discount of up to 25%. Call N. Chasen & Son and have a brush with quality.
In a world that each day grows less attached to traditional values, we value ours that much more. Values aren't a matter of seeing which way the wind is blowing. They're not about shifting with every breeze. Timeless values guide our bank in all we do, helping our customers reach their highest goals. Union Bank and Trust.
If you're willing to pay the normal price of new furniture, stay in bed Friday morning. If you're willing to wake up early, your price will be as much as 75% less. Only one day this Friday does Haynes open this early, 9 a.m., and take so much, up to 75% off every price. Only one day do you pay nothing till 2008. Either regular price is good enough or 9 a.m. Friday, get everything at Haynes for one day only, reduced up to 75% lower than that.
Police in Miami, Florida are investigating the shooting death of a University of Miami football player this evening. Hurricane senior defensive tackle Brian Peta was shot and killed shortly after leaving the practice field this evening. Police in Miami are not releasing much information on the shooting. The 22-year-old Peta is a native of Miami. He played at Miami Central High School. A relative of the Peta family said the Dade Miami County Police have not told the family any details about tonight's shooting. The University of Richmond basketball team will begin its season at home a week from tonight at the Robins Center against East Carolina without senior forward Gaston Maliva. Maliva is recovering from surgery done on the foot he injured in practice. Maliva averaged 5.3 points in 25 minutes per game for the Spiders last season. 12 News at 11 continues right after this. Stay with us.
First Warning Weather is brought to you by Little Caesars.
Houston, we have our pizza.
And it's only $5.
It's time to voice your choice at Victory Nissan because we have 4 ways to save you thousands on your new vehicle.
1, put zero money down.
2, make 0 payments for a full 3 months.
3, interest rates starting as low as 1%.
Or 4, we'll double your down payment up to $3,000. A new Nissan Altima for just $199 per month, or a new Nissan Versa for just $179 per month.
Voice your choice today, only at Victory Nissan.
my daughter.
My son.
My daughter, Katie.
Joined the National Guard.
I think she made the right decision. The change is a complete 180 degrees.
She's a more confident woman, more focused,
more self-reliant.
kept his room clean. I think that there are some real great opportunities to learn a skill, to get a college education.
The Guard runs from A to Z as far as jobs go. My daughter has given a honorable service to the country.
We supported her 100%. I'm very proud of him.
Find out more about the Guard by visiting 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Rick Wilcoxon is a real Geico customer, not an actor. So to help tell a story, we hired an actor.
Originally, I switched to Geico to save money, but then I was in an accident.
Yeah, that's right. I was in an accident.
I got on the phone and called Geico.
Yeah. Hello. Hey, how's it going?
After a few days, I had my repair check. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I got the check. Got my car fixed. It's my birthday. Fixed my bumper. New taillights.
Geico. Real service, real savings.
It's my birthday.
For everything she is and will be, Hearts on Fire, the world's most perfectly cut diamond.
Hearts on Fire diamonds, available at Capri Jewelers.
So what's the deal? Oh, Comcast put internet, phone, and cable together in one package for just $33 each per month when you sign up for all three. No, what's the deal with us being mermen? The Comcast Triple Play. Internet, phone, and cable together for just $33 each per month when you subscribe to all three. It's Comcastic.
Check. 2. Check. 1, 2. 2. Check.
It's McRib time, so get ready for tender pork, pickles, onions, sauce, and more sauce. And don't forget the fries and an icy cold Dr. Pepper.
Welcome back. LeBron of the Cleveland Cavaliers played host to the Atlanta Hawks this evening in pro basketball action at Gund Arena. And LeBron, that's the second game we were going to look at. Iverson of the Sixers hoping to stay perfect on the season at Indiana. Iverson with the layup off the steal. Pretty passing by the Pacers. Jermaine O'Neal sets up Al Harrington for the slam inside. Indiana's Danny Granger strokes a three from the parking lot. The Pacers beat Philadelphia 97-86. LeBron of the Cleveland Cavaliers playing a game tonight against the visiting Atlanta Hawks. LeBron clears the miss, brings it down court, says, hey, why not? Takes it down the lane and throws it down with authority. Late fourth quarter, Hawks down 2. Tyronn Lue working one-on-one the floater at the buzzer. This one went to overtime, tied at 90 apiece. In overtime, Lue keeps it going for the Hawks, drains the tray. Atlanta beat the Cavs tonight 104-95 in overtime. 12 News at 11 continues with more on Decision 2006 right after this. Stay with us.
12 News is brought to you by The Boathouse, Richmond's only waterfront restaurant. Now open on the Swift Creek Reservoir.
Maybe you want a sedan designed for the driver. Or one that's also beautiful on the inside. Or one that can outrun the price of gas. There's a way to have all three. Introducing the 2007 Saturn Aura midsize sedan. Lease the new 2007 Saturn Aura XE for around $257 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for lease details.
Your personal information is no longer personal. It starts with your name, then your social security number, then your credit card number, and with very little effort, your identity can be stolen.
Life comes at you fast.
That's why Nationwide offers identity theft coverage. We'll assist you in the recovery process, save you hundreds of hours, even notify you if your credit report changes. Just another way Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide is on your side.
Centex Homes has ready-to-move-in homes for your convenience. Showcase Homes have all the quality features of a Centex home without all the wait, saving you time and money. Right now, when you buy a Showcase home, Centex will pay your mortgage for 6 months, plus save an additional $10,000 in closing costs. For details, see this weekend's Times Dispatch or go to CentexHomes.com. Centex Homes. America lives here.
Start your day with Central Virginia's #1 morning news. NBC 12 News Today, weekdays at 5.
Famous Dave spent 25 years perfecting America's favorite styles of barbecue, which means we slow smoke our meat up to 10 hours using only select hickory wood.
When you get a cold, you can't always slow down, but you can feel better faster with NyQuil at night and DayQuil during the day. Together, they can give you the relief you need to keep going. So leave the coughing, aching, and fever behind with NyQuil at night and DayQuil during the day. Feel better faster.
Hey guys, what's up? Well, Chad, we want you to put an end to my circle, being able to choose the people you can call for free no matter what network they're on.
It's ridiculous.
What's this? Let's just call it a little motivation.
Guys, I can't end my circle. People love it. Besides, there's only like $8 in it.
Only? We're prepared to go to 10.
My Circle, only from Altel Wireless.
Good things come to those who wait, like our tender, oh-so-juicy, slow-smoked rum yummy pork loin. So come on in and get them while they last.
We have new numbers in the Senate race. Let's put them up on the screen right now. And we see that it has tightened up even more. It's, well, 8,000 votes separating them right now.
This contest remains where it has been for many weeks, in a virtual dead heat. The incumbent in the fight of his political life as he seeks to return to the Senate for a second term. Republicans are gathered at the Richmond Marriott downtown. Let's check in with our reporter, Rob Richardson. Rob, is this a victory celebration? Are they still expecting that?
I think they are still expecting that. We haven't seen a victory celebration just yet. The Allen campaign certainly buoyed by the fact that they are up nearly 7,000 votes. The important thing about that is that that's less than 1/2 of 1% of the votes tallied in this race. The word you're hearing increasingly tonight here is recount. This crowd, again, buoyed by those numbers and vote totals that show Senator Allen leading. This after disappointing early exit numbers. Allen supporters are excited about those new numbers. There has been a thinning of this crowd here at the Richmond Marriott. Still, many supporters are not leaving, apparently waiting for some word from the senator himself. Whether or not we will see Senator Allen tonight remains a question. Gene, Sabrina, back to you.
All right, Robin, I guess the senator doesn't know any more than we do at this point. Let's go back to Tyson's Corner, where Ashley Wharton is standing by. Ashley, in your last report, you said that Jim Webb still expects to win this thing. Is that still the mood up there?
That is definitely still the mood, Gene. In fact, a surge of even greater excitement here at the Webb campaign headquarters, thanks to some uplifting words from the man of the night himself. Jim Webb took the stage, as you saw on NBC 12 just a few minutes ago, to thank his supporters for turning out tonight. He is standing firm. He says this is still a very close race, but he is confident it will end in his favor. Appearing with his wife, Hong Lee, along with Governor Tim Kaine and former Governor Mark Warner, Webb says this long end to what has been a very long campaign. It's exactly what his fighting spirit is all about. He did warn folks, though, that he does expect it to take quite some time before we do get that final answer. So he's saying, hang in there. He still thinks he can pull this out. So we will be here into the night. You all stay tuned as well. Back to you.
Ashley Wharton, thanks so much.
And we have even new numbers, I understand. Let's go back to our board and see where we are right now.
How many thousand votes now, Gene? You do the
Well, less than
math.
5,000 separating. That is incredible. A fraction of a percentage point separating these two. If you add it all up, there's 2.2 million votes that have been counted so far, and they are separated by about 5,000 votes.
So
That's
when this
close.
thing becomes official, we don't know if there is a recount that's going to be probably automatic at this point.
Well, it is automatic. I think the 1.5% you can request one. 0.5% I think is automatic. I'm not sure of the state law. Election officials will be working through the night to get those numbers certified. When they get the final numbers, and we'll have them for you 5 a.m. for sure, or we hope.
Thanks for letting us bring you the news. We are going to join Jay Leno in progress now.